Hey guys! Crazy to think that I have a good mic now. I know, right? Now I can talk more confidently and less awkwardly like I did before. So, hi, how you doing? So, we're gonna be talking about something that I haven't really brought up that frequently on this channel. We're gonna be talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's series. I want to talk about the new teaser that recently came out for Security Breach, the new FNAF game that will be coming out soon, hopefully within the next few months. So, I've been seeing a lot of analyses on the new teaser, and there's been a lot of good points brought up by channels like FNAF and Buff Helpy. That was a really good one, first of all. So they nitpicked a lot of things here and there that most people didn't notice. But I just want to, bring up my own points, because I think there was a lot in just that 1 minute, believe it or not. There really was a lot packed in there. And, I think we should talk about that together. I want to throw in my own 2 cents. So first, let's rewatch the trailer.
Gregory, your friends are worried about you. They're here with me. Please come out. Gregory, I may have lost my temper earlier, but it was just a glitch. It won't happen again. It's been such a difficult day for all of us. Why don't you come out and we can play a game together? It won't happen again. It was just a glitch.
Gregory, be still. I think she's found us.
Alright, so first and foremost, I want to talk about Gregory, this new character that everyone's freaking out about because we never met this guy. This guy is completely new to us. So obviously, we can see this is going to be a free roam game, and some speculate that we will actually be playing as Gregory rather than the female security guard that was recently shown in the artwork, the new teaser artwork, I guess is the word. So essentially, my theory is that we will, in fact, be playing as Gregory. When you sit down and think about it, we've only ever played as a male security guard before, and now it's a female. And, people might think that the artwork that was displayed for the security guard was just, letting us know what the security guard would be like. But of course, in the words of Matt Pat, this is Scott Cawthon we're talking about. Nothing is really insignificant about the little details here and there, so I really do think Gregory is going to be important, and here's why. Whenever we played as a male security guard, we would never see our face. We had that whole after, I think that was Michael in Sister Location, when he got his guts scooped out, and then we saw the eyes at the end. But that wasn't, really seeing his face. So besides that, we've literally never seen any of the security guards' faces before. And that's where that art comes in. We have already seen the female security guard's face. We've already seen what she looks like. But we have not seen what Gregory looks like. And again, it is hinted at that we might be playing as him throughout the game. Another thing that contributes to my theory that we will not be playing as a female security guard is that besides the security guard, all the art that we have seen so far is just displaying characters to get us more familiar with the universe. Characters we know we won't be playing as. So, Vanny, the animatronics, we know we're not going to play as any of those characters. Well, the security guard got her own art. Gregory did not. So, I genuinely think we're going to be playing as Gregory. It would be interesting to see from an alternate perspective how it was for the kids and trying to survive as one of the kids, because it seems like Gregory got away from Vanny, and if you don't know, that's supposed to be the main antagonist for Security Breach, the little rabbit lady, that's supposed to be her. So I think it would be an interesting perspective. And of course, at the end of the trailer, we have someone talking to Gregory saying, "Gregory, I think she's found us." And, like many, I think that it's probably Rockstar Freddy, because it does kind of sound similar to the previous voice actors for all the Freddy animatronics. I forget his name, but I'll put it here. So, I do think that was Rockstar Freddy. And of course, it could have been any animatronic, but I still think it was Rockstar Freddy. Alright, so I want to talk about something kind of weird. I want to talk about the breathing. The breathing that we heard in the teaser that, of course, we all assume is Gregory. I just want to sit down and analyze that. Like I said, Scott Cawthon never does anything insignificant. Everything he does in his games have some sort of meaning. And I do think there was a meaning in Gregory's breathing. Because it sounded like, at first, he was tired. He was taking a break. He was taking deep rests. He was panting. He was tired. He was done running. He was standing there, taking a break, trying to get some rest in. I kind of assumed that's what was going on based on that last deep breath he took in. So when we go to seeing Golden Freddy in the mall, that's when I feel like his breathing didn't match up with the rest of it. It sounded different. This is gonna sound weird, but it sounded a lot more wet and more exaggerated and more emotional. So at least I think that he was crying while trying to hold his breath in because he was worried about Vanny. But something there might have sparked, something might have made him start crying. I feel like he was trying to keep his composure while he was running away, but then something made him start crying. And while it might be Vanny and that he knew that she was approaching, I think it was Rockstar Freddy. So for those of you who have not read the book series, I've only read the first one, and frankly, it's been a long time, but I still remember a little bit. And I remember that it was, I believe, a bunch of teenagers going into one of the old Freddy pizzerias. And the animatronics, of course, came to life. But they brought a kid with them. Just I think a 10-year-old boy. I forget his name. But it was a 10-year-old boy. And Foxy was after him. Foxy was trying to kidnap him. And of course, we all know that the animatronics contain the souls of all the dead children. So I believe that all along, the animatronics' goal has been to protect the children and make sure they're safe, but that they see adults as bad people just in general because they died because of adults. It was adults that caused them to lose everything, and they don't want that for another kid. That's what I see with Rockstar Freddy and Gregory. I think Rockstar Freddy and the other animatronics were always showing innocence. There was just something there throughout the game that the kids noticed and made them feel more complacent around the animatronics. So I think that while Gregory is hiding from Vanny, all of a sudden, Rockstar Freddy just showed up and he just starts crying because he feels more safe with Rockstar Freddy, but all the same, he's still scared. So he allows himself to feel emotionally vulnerable around Rockstar Freddy because he sees Rockstar Freddy as safety, as protection, just as Rockstar Freddy wants to be for him. He wants to protect the kids, like all the other animatronics. So Gregory starts crying, but all the same, he wants to try and keep quiet because he is still worried about Vanny. And I picture Rockstar Freddy is holding Gregory in his arms, letting him cry, just, being there for him. But then, of course, Rockstar Freddy says,
Gregory, be still. I think she's found us.
And then, of course, we get jump scared by Vanny. Alright, so something else I wanted to look at is, of course, the animatronic that was crawling, in the kitchen, somewhere in the... I don't know what that is called, but I know it was in the kitchen, and we were running away. So, obviously, to me, that looked like a mix of animatronics at first. So, when I first saw that animatronic, I was thinking, puppet, no, Ballora, Balloon Boy? What? Wait, what? I was so confused, as I'm sure all of us are. And I don't know why, but when I was watching FNAF's video of what they thought of that animatronic, they said magician, which, first of all, I just want to bring that up because that is a really, really good guess, especially based on the way they were dressed. You kind of have to go completely based on how this animatronic was dressed to get a good guess in. And I don't know why, because I didn't think Magician too. I mean, I saw it, but I didn't also think Magician when he said that. But then it just kind of clicked for me. And another thing was that he pointed out moons with the animatronic, and I think that's close to my theory. I think that animatronic is a jester. The purple and yellow, that's what it was for me. Like, especially the yellow. You know, you think yellow, like bells, like the little bells that jesters have on their shoes or their hats or whatever. And of course, this character did not have a hat, but maybe it's because that would be a giveaway. I don't really know. None of us know. This is just a theory. So I think it was a jester. And going back to moons, I think of a crescent shape, which is kind of the shape that jesters have for their shoes. You know, they're really weird looking. They're like swoopy. And I feel like, you know, purple and yellow kind of go together for like clownish style colors, if that makes sense. And think back to Sister Location. That kind of had a whole clown thing going on, at least with Circus Baby, and Ballora was there too. Like, she had a lot of purple colorings too. Maybe this doesn't tie in, I'm not really sure, but of course, he had a weird looking face, so who the heck knows? Yeah, so that was a ridiculously long analysis of like 3 things, but still, that's kind of what an analysis is. And, you know, it's a 1-minute teaser, gotta work with what you got. So, I really hope you guys like this video. I hope you like the fact that I can talk like a normal human being now and sound less clearly socially anxious. I don't know if I'll be doing any more FNAF stuff anytime soon. I don't usually ask that many questions for most of the games that I play, and especially not FNAF, because we all know, like, the timeline and the secrets and everything, it's absolutely crazy. I hope you got your gears turning a little bit too, you know? Anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing day.